look at the pages, guys. You can tell these fake pages. Look at them. Joey Bands, I'm gonna go live with you. Let's see your bands, homie. I bet you broke as hell. Go live and don't decline. That's all y'all gonna do.
Y'all, that CCTV video going around right now is wild. Like, this isn't one of those vague rumors or random drill blog posts. This is actual footage that people say confirms who took out THF Bayzoo, the same Bayzoo who's been standing beside Lil Durk since the early days of OTF and Lamron. And now that people have slowed the clip down, frame by frame, the internet's convinced they know exactly who pulled up. But before we even get into that, let's be real. This isn't just another street hit, because if what fans are saying lines up, this could be part of a payback chain that's been boiling under Chicago's drill scene for months. And somehow, it's looping right back to Durk while he's sitting behind bars waiting for trial. So, here's what we know. The video started circulating late Saturday night, showing a parking lot in Chicago's Little Village, the same area police confirmed THF Bayzoo was shot in. It's grainy, it's quick, but you can clearly see a dark SUV pulling up, doors open, and someone stepping out with a handgun. Within seconds, shots ring out. Bayzoo and two other people are standing near a car when the shooter fires multiple times, then jumps back in the vehicle and speeds off. Police later said all three victims were hit, but Bayzoo's injuries were the worst. He was rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition and didn't make it. The wild part is, the clip was only online for maybe an hour before X took it down for being too graphic. But that was long enough for people to freeze frame every detail. Viewers matched the car to a specific model seen in another local video days earlier. And that's when the name Bashville Crazy started trending. Apparently, that's the same Black Disciple set from 71st and Wabash that people think was behind the attack. Meanwhile, police said an armed offender approached the group and opened fire from an unknown vehicle, and that no one's been arrested yet. So far, it sounds like another gang-related hit, but because Bayzoo wasn't just anyone, it immediately spiraled into something way bigger. And the craziest part? If what's being said online is true, this might not have been random at all. The name popping up in connection, Bashville Crazy, allegedly ties to a revenge story that goes all the way back to the killing of a BD member named Man Man. So yeah, this video didn't just reveal a suspect, it reopened an entire war. Now, before we go any further, let's make one thing clear. THF Bayzoo wasn't just another Chicago rapper caught in the crossfire. He was that guy. Real name Devonshire Collier. He came up out of the South Side in the early drill era. Same neighborhoods as Lil Durk, King Von, and Chief Keef. To most people, he was one of the few voices Durk actually listened to. Back when Durk was still fighting to prove he wasn't just another rapper talking tough, Bayzoo was the street muscle behind the movement. He had that been outside reputation. Everyone in Lamron and THF knew him as a real one, respected, feared, and loyal. People close to Durk used to say Bayzoo wasn't just a friend, he was like a big brother figure. When Durk started seeing fame, Zoo was the one keeping the energy grounded. Even Von called him the Chief. He wasn't doing interviews, chasing clout, or trying to go viral. He was the guy everyone else called when things went left. And here's what's crazy. Even before his death, Bayzoo had already warned about how fake loyalty gets you killed. Now, back in 2019, the trio got wrapped up in what fans now call the Varsity shooting. It went down right outside the Varsity restaurant in Atlanta. Reports said the victim was robbed and shot, and surveillance footage caught a black Jeep Trackhawk leaving the scene, the same model Durk was known to drive. Police later arrested Durk, Von, and Bayzoo after witnesses claimed they saw them at the scene. It was messy. Prosecutors tried to paint it like a planned hit. Durk was hit with multiple charges, including attempted murder.
Firearm during the commission of a felony, participation in a criminal street gang activity, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and criminal attempt to commit murder. Court notes that, and as everyone is aware here, the standard here is a probable cause standard, which is a far lower standard than the standard beyond a reasonable doubt.
For months, the internet ran wild with theories. Vaughn and Durk both denied everything, saying they were innocent. But the one person who kept quiet through the whole thing, Bayzoo. His name barely appeared in the headlines, even though insiders say he was questioned too. Eventually, Durk's charges were dropped for lack of evidence. Vaughn passed before his could even go to trial. And Zoo, he walked away clean, but everybody knew he was there. That's why their bond hit different. After everything, the three of them came back together in the studio and dropped Beat the Body, the song that literally celebrated beating those charges. They turned their case into a victory anthem, a we made it out moment.
Yeah, I see you dropped the song, Beat the Body or whatever. That's what bro right here, Zoo.
Yeah, featuring Zoo on me and Zoo on Beat the Body.
Real members, man. Official made it out. You know how that shit go.
Yeah.
So where y'all get the concept of that song from, as far as?
I was real life, you know, that's just what happened. It's really just all happened.
So y'all was locked up for the same shit, different shit? Or?
Different shit, man. Same case.
Same charges with different, different.
And looking back now, that song hits way harder than it did back then. Because every single person on that track is either gone or locked up. Now here's where things start to connect in ways nobody saw coming. Remember when Lil Durk got arrested for that murder for hire case last year? Prosecutors claimed he helped plan the attempted hit on Quando Rondo, the same one where Rondo's cousin Lil Pab lost his life. When that news broke, Bayzoo was one of the few people who actually spoke up for him. He posted this long message on Instagram. He said, "Murder for hire is outrageous. Why would he have to pay his day one to hunt for the loss of another day one? Make it make sense." You could tell he was frustrated, but what makes that post feel different now is that it almost reads like foreshadowing, like he knew they were all being watched and that their circle was about to fall apart piece by piece.
Man, so from my knowledge, Vaughn was after the album release party, he's supposed to went to the Airbnb. I have no knowledge of why or who influenced. It was Top birthday too at the same time, so I don't got no knowledge on who influenced him to go to the other club. I know he was high with the pill for sure.
But it was very.
Like, he was whispering in my ear, like, "Hey man, this bitch got me for like I'm high as hell. He man,
Really?
he don't kid it. This bitch got me, but I'm good though. You feel me? Like he loved, like he was enjoying his high. You feel me? But this was at the album release party. I forgot the name of the club. I ain't familiar with the clubs down here. But you know, as we was leaving out, he hopped in a bulletproof and shot off. He had texted me like we all finna meet up at the Airbnb.
Now, if you followed the Chicago scene for a while, you know Get Back isn't just internet talk. It's a real cycle of retaliation that's been fueling the city's violence for years. Every loss gets answered with another one. Of course, police haven't confirmed anything yet, but what makes people think it's connected is the timing. Just weeks before Zoo's death, there were whispers about an ongoing feud between THF members and a smaller BD crew. It's that same area the shooter's car was spotted leaving from in the CCTV clip. What's haunting is that Zoo spent his last few years trying to keep Durk's name clean, and now his own name is tied to a cycle that feels endless. And if this really was connected to Durk's world, whether through loyalty, old beef, or unfinished business, then this story isn't over.